Okay, good afternoon. I'm Dave Archer with NCET, and welcome to the NCET and EDON Awards. These awards are designed to recognize the region's top technology people, companies, and organizations, our entrepreneurs, and those who support them. So with over 600 members, NCET is Northern Nevada's largest educational and networking organization, and we help you explore business and technology. We're going to be doing that today by introducing you to 30 fascinating people, companies, and organizations who have been instrumental in the success of our technology and entrepreneurial communities. And for the first time in NCET history of the Tech Awards, we are doing a hybrid event. So besides having all of you folks here, we also have a number of winners joining us from their home or offices, and we have a lot of people watching us via YouTube. What's interesting about that is in the past, the only people who could come and watch you get your awards would be people who were physically in the building with you. Now we literally have people all over the country, and I think in one case outside the country, who are watching this. So to all the folks at home, welcome. Now in its 13th year, the NCET and EDON Awards clearly reflect the growing size and sophistication of the region's technology and entrepreneurial community, and specifically the advances we've made in the last 12 months, although the last 7 of them have been a little challenging. I don't think we can overemphasize how important each of you is to Nevada. Technologists and technology companies are responsible for the innovations upon which both entrepreneurs and established companies build their businesses, while entrepreneurs and small businesses drive our economy. Thank you again for being here this afternoon, and please give yourselves a big hand. Okay, and then the winners and finalists today will be getting not only their award from NCET, but also certificates provided by the governor, lieutenant governor, our senators, and Congressman Amadei. So the NCET President Award is a very special award, which is presented only occasionally to recognize an individual or a company that has made significant economic, technological, and philanthropic impacts on Northern Nevada. I could easily spend the entire day talking about the things that Matt Westfield is involved in. To mention just a few, Matt is a serial entrepreneur. He's the founder of Entrepreneurs Assembly, and he's the entrepreneur in residence at UNR's College of Business. I've known this young man for probably since I first moved to this town. And again, he's involved in many, many things, and we want to recognize all the things he does. So ladies and gentlemen, Matt Westfield. Go there first.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Dave. Thank you. I first want to start. I got my speech. It's really short, I promise, for those of you who know me. I want to start by thanking Dave and Tech Alliance. Oh, wait a second. Excuse me. It's not? Oh, I can. So my earbud says it's not Tech Alliance anymore. You were changed the name back in 2003. So that being said, I want to thank Dave and NCET for this award. Dave and I go back 20 years into the early economic and entrepreneurial ecosystem here. And we had quite a posse back then, didn't we, Dave?
Yeah.
With all those folks, with Chuck and everybody, and Rod Hoslick. But I'm honored and proud to be here today. I've been down here, like I said, for about 22 years now, helping the entrepreneurial ecosystem. And there is no place in the world I'd rather be. This community is incredible. It's been great to my family and me. And there's so much more to do. And so Dave knows that we've got a lot of things going on. For those of you interested, you're going to see some great new things going on with Entrepreneurs Assembly. We've got some international things going on in Africa and in Poland. So it's very, very exciting. So the work we do in Nevada is born here, it's based here, and it's going to develop and grow here. But it also includes the rest of the world. So we're really excited. Let me do a couple of thank yous very quickly, if I may. So as an entrepreneur in residence at the university, I get to impart all kinds of nonsense on the undergrad and grad students, our future leaders of tomorrow. And one of the things I like to recommend to them, ladies and gentlemen, as I've built a number of startups, and many of you have too, don't try to change the whole world. Try to change a little piece of the world that matters to you. And if you take and change a little piece of the world that matters to you, magic can happen. And you get to people around you to buy in, and you buy into their vision and they buy into yours. And again, magic happens. And this is what this is all about. And you know, we've gone from being a joke of the West 20 years ago to being one of the #1 entrepreneurial communities in the entire nation. And that's because of Dave, it's because of many of you, and some of the folks I'm gonna thank on this list very quickly. So anyway, as we try to change the world, there are a lot of people who have I've been honored to work with. Oh, I better hurry. So, well, you know who you are. Thanks to Greg Mosier and Dick Bartholet at the U. Thanks to the folks at Adams Hub. Thanks to Dave. Thanks to Karsten Heise and Pavel of GoEd, and Dana and all the folks, Dr. Karina Black. And most of all, thanks to my beautiful wife, Anita, and my beautiful twin girls, Sky and Peg. Thank you.
Thank you, Matt. Okay, our Aviation and Aerospace Company of the Year goes to KP Aviation. They are a preferred supplier and leading procurer of top-notch aftermarket components and assets across a broad range of aircraft and engine platforms. The KP team of professionals provide a wide range of aviation capabilities and services, including quality control and technical evaluation, aviation and asset management, engine sales and leasing, and aircraft sales and leasing. And ladies and gentlemen, accepting the award is KP Aviation's CEO, Kim Schultz.
Great. Great, thank you. Thank you so much. Listen, in the world of aviation, we like to keep things efficient, so I'm going to keep this short and sweet. First and foremost, I'd like to thank NCET for recognizing KP Aviation as the Aviation Company of the Year. It is truly an honor and a privilege to be here to accept this award today. 20 years ago, my partner Paul Schulze and I started out on our journey in our 500 square foot garage in sunny San Diego with the vision to build a successful company around the singular idea that the world and complicated world of aviation, component sales and supply could be made seamlessly easy with a group of individuals who are customer focused and problem solvers and have a passion for aviation. And it truly is because of the team that we have created that I am so fortunate to accept this award today. So I'd like to also take the opportunity to thank two people that really have played an important role in the growth and the success of our business. Mr. Mike Lance, our Chief Operating Officer, and Armando Alvarez, our VP of Sales and Acquisitions. Really, I can't thank you guys enough. Your loyalty and commitment and support is second to none, and we wouldn't be where we are today without you. 2020 has really been a challenging year in aviation, as many of you know, but our team has come together, and as coming together, we've been able to demonstrate that our commitment to each other, to our vision and our mission is what is going to see us through these challenging times. There's a quote that has provided me balance and I guess grounding when I think about these times that we're in today. And that was by Winston Churchill. And he said, failure is not final. Failure is not fatal. Success is not final. It is the courage to continue that counts. And really, honestly, this word might recognize our successes thus far, but it is through the efforts of our team and the willing to continue to move on that we will rise and get through these times. So thank you very much for this recognition. I really appreciate it.
The Brewers Cabinet, our Distiller of the Year, has brewed in Reno since 2012. And their original Tahoe beer beckons craft beer lovers of all kinds. Flair, flavor, and fun dominate their year-round flagship beers and signature brews.
Thank you very much for this.
Such as Dirty Wookie and Dragon Punch, and their seasonal beers like Oktoberfest and Imperial Stout. The brew team at BC love to collaborate with local chefs and restaurants. Ladies and gentlemen, accepting the award and joining us via Zoom is Zachary Cage.
Thanks again from the Brewers Cabinet. I'm Zach Cage. Would like to say thank you to the NCTE organization. It's an honor to have to receive this award. Really, the thanks here on the BC side goes to our brew team and our management team, Shauna Webb, Ed Griggs, Eric Amin. They've helped keep us together in the last 7 or 8 months, not only compliant, but moving forward and innovative. We continue to pioneer new sanitation processes, the use of experimental ingredients, as well as technology that helps us to achieve the right temperatures the first time in our brewing process, which saves time, energy, and is safer for our brew team. So once again, thank you to all of you watching, and congratulations to all of the winners.
Okay, so our food manufacturer processing company of the year was started as a passion project by Chef Mark Estey back in 2000 and has now become a USDA inspected artisan butcher shop. And the facility, located at Liberty Food and Wine Exchange in downtown Reno, focuses on whole animal butchery and can produce a wide range of sausages, cured meat, and I'm proud that I can pronounce this, salumi. Ladies and gentlemen, accepting the award is Mark Estey.
No technical difficulties here, folks. Let's go, all right? So, all right. Thank you very much, huh? Liquid gold, baby. Liquid gold. Let's take this off. All right, let's go around the clock. So, sausages. Excuse me. Tony Stempek from Casales. I want everyone to raise their hand up. Love that man. I want to give him a shout out. He is definitely in heaven with his mom. And let's all just be thankful that we know those people in our community. So thank you, Tony. We love you. Whew, can't start the day without that. So let's go. Sausages, salami, capicola, conte, finocchiona, andouille, Milano, calabrese, mortadella, sweet Italian, spicy Italian, hot AF, habanero. We didn't want to swear up here. Big Vinny, the Brewers Cabinet, shout out beer brats, which we made for a while, knockwurst, bockwurst, Basque chorizo, and merguez made with lamb. Not done. Copa, Lonza, pancetta, bacon, guanciale, just a few of the things we make at Liberty Artisan Meats. It is definitely something that I've been doing for a long time. Probably got me in a lot of trouble over the years with business operations. It's not the best way to make money, but it's a passion project and it's something that we believe in strongly. How does that play into an NCET? Well, let me tell you, time, temperature, water activity, pH levels, weight loss. And that means like if you put something in at 3 pounds and it comes out at 1.5 pounds, you've had a 50% weight loss. You try to figure out those types of things to make sure that you can understand exactly when something is safe to eat and when it's not safe to eat. We're using time-tested, old school recipes, hand ground, using your hands to create things, using just skill, knowledge, smell, touch, feel, taste, plus some of this technology to help you make great food. And we're not taking great food and making it from like, anyone could take a pork tenderloin and make it taste good. That's what I believe. We use things that no one else wants. We use the shanks, we use the lips, we use the ears, we use the face, we use the different parts of the animal that no one else wants. Anyone can cook pork tenderloin, but can you turn something as awful as, the nether parts and the things that people don't want into something that's delicious? We believe to say yes. And it's kind of why and how Salumi started and charcuterie started. Okay, so we're really excited about that. We're really honored, Dave. Thank you so much. Thanks for all this great thing about food manufacturing. It's pretty cool. We're artisan for sure because we do everything by hand. But the thing that I would always import everybody up here is we're standing up here. We have some restaurants in our group also. And I just want to make sure everyone knows that supporting local restaurants is really important right now. Getting out safe is really important right now. Asking and understanding where your food comes from is really important right now. So I just want to say thank you to you all. Congratulations to all the winners. And stay safe and have a great rest of your day. Ciao.
We have a new category this year, which is IT support company. And as it happens, we have a tie in that category, which I suspect means that we've had a pent-up demand for that. Great people doing great things in that field. So our first IT support company of the year goes to Blue Peak Technology Solutions, which since 2008 designs, deploys, and manages complex IT infrastructure systems for companies that depend on technology for growth and efficiency across the US. They're a customer-focused, family-owned IT company with an amazing workforce that is passionate about exceeding expectations at every opportunity. Ladies and gentlemen, accepting the award and joining us via Zoom is Blue Peak's president, Brian Gifford.
Hi, everybody. Thank you. Thank you, Dave. I'm sorry I couldn't be there in person today, but I'd like to start out by saying thank you to everyone at NCET for making this happen, despite the numerous challenges involved. I'd also like to say thank you to NCET for creating this category. As you said, there's definitely some pent-up demand. And because we often work behind the scenes, it's really an honor to be publicly recognized in our community as a co-winner in this category. If it had to be a tie, there's nobody that I'd rather share this with than Michael Bias and the team at Pac States. I've known him for a number of years. He's a great guy and great company. Last year was really special for us, and we're really proud of everything we've accomplished. We made the Inc. 5000 list of fastest growing companies. We were a finalist in best places to work. And yet this award is extra special because of our focus on customer service and the recognition this award provides in that area. Since my first job in a bike shop, I've believed that customer service is the biggest differentiator we have. And it's something that has been more important than ever during this COVID and work from home era. Everyone's patience has been stretched thin, and we're all trying to do our best. And really it comes down to how much you care about helping. And I think that's something that we do exceptionally well. Sometimes we're the technical and business problem solvers. Sometimes we're technology therapists, but at the end of the day, we're always focused on helping. And I think that our team has done a fantastic job at that. So I'd like to close out by thanking our clients, our friends, our community for your support and recognition. If you didn't nominate us, we look forward to earning your support. And on behalf of everyone at Blue Peak, we thank you for your support. We look forward to serving you. Thank you, everybody.
Okay, our next IT support company of the year is presented to Pacific States Communication, which after 34 years has evolved into Pac States, which represents multiple solutions for IT security, cybersecurity, networks, virtualization, telco and internet services, and much, much more. Their mission is to provide the best combination of telecommunications and IT solutions based on their client's definition of success. Accepting the award is Pac States' Michael Bias. And Ryan.
All right. Well, thank you, guys. First off, I was hoping Brian could still be here. I was hoping to see him today. I couldn't express any more heartfelt. It's known Brian for a long time. So, again, I can't think of anybody I'd rather share this award with. Pac States has been doing business in this community for over 34 years, and we've always prided ourselves on customer service and evolving and doing what has to happen. One of our main cultural main points of Pac States is we really enjoy empowering our local companies and our communities to succeed, and that's what we do. And so we started out doing dial tone and phone systems and evolved into multifaceted dial tone phone systems, cabling infrastructure, physical security, and now IT. And I'd like to introduce Ryan. He's our virtual CIO, which means he's always behind the scenes trying to get something done.
Trying, always. Again, I'm Ryan Bascaroon. I'm the virtual CIO and Chief Information Officer, Security Officer for Pac States. To be honest with you, we're truly honored and just to be here, to be recognized for this IT support company of the year. It means a lot to not just our company, but to all of us here at Pac States. We work very diligently behind the scenes with everyone. I'm very happy to share the honors with Blue Peak Technology Solutions with Brian. It's really neat to be able to work with other IT companies in the industry and in the local community. I do want to take a moment and give thanks to the Lord, who's continued to shine through Pac States for the last 34 years. It's allowed Pac States to support all of our outstanding local companies and communities. Real quick, we just want to give thanks to all of our customers and collaborating companies that have been continuing to support us over the years. And not least, thank you, Dave Archer and staff, for continuing to work hard all year long. And we want to thank all the participants and the winners. Thank you again.
All right, thank you.
Okay, our logistics company of the year is Full Tilt Logistics, locally family-owned third-party logistics provider, including trucking, freight brokerage, and warehousing and distribution services, both here in Reno, the Sparks area, as well as nationwide. Full Tilt has a thriving culture and supports our Reno community in many different ways. Ladies and gentlemen, accepting the award is Full Tilt's CEO, Tiffany Novich.
Thank you, Dave, for the introduction. Wow, what a year this has been for all of us and our families and our businesses. So it's really great to see that you guys have been able to combine this event and see everybody here at an event like this. I'm truly honored by this award. It means so much to us. And, you know, through COVID, you struggle as a business owner, you know, what's going to happen to your company. And thankfully, because of our team, it really allowed us to push through that. And I just have to thank them really foremost. Thank you so much to everybody that works closely with us that helped Nick and I and the other owners get through this time. And we are driven to be successful and give back to the community. We support this community so much because they've supported us, and just want to just say thank you overall. Thank you.
Okay, our manufacturing company of the year is Davison's Organic Teas, and their philosophy has remained the same since its journey began in 1976. They've worked tirelessly to develop blends that are true reflections of their names while being committed to sourcing healthy ingredients grown by their third generation family since the early 1900s, engaging in sustainable, socially responsible agricultural practices. Ladies and gentlemen, accepting the award and joining us first via Zoom is Davison's Kunal Patel, and I'm not sure if he's joined by anyone else.
Thank you, Dave. Thank you, NCET. Thank you to the board for nominating me as the NCET Manufacturer Processor of the Year Award. I'm using my headset so I'm loud and clear there via Zoom. You know, until February this year, we had a record here, really. We moved into our new 50,000 square foot facility. We had almost 60 people working for us. And then reality hit and lockdown hit and everything came crashing down. But really, you know, in hindsight, honestly, this award could not have been possible without our customers to begin with, you know, for having faith and belief in what we do and our story and what we bring to the table from our third generation organic farming story, to our employees, our loyal and faithful employees who are patient with our culture, work environment. And for those who don't know, you know, over 80% of my staff today are women. And we truly work in sourcing teas, herbs, and spices from all our women farmers across the world. And we kind of use the same philosophy in empowering women by employing here in the company as well. And lastly, our vendors, you know, for allowing us to extend payment terms and giving us flexibility to get through this liquidity crisis, so to speak, this past 6 months or so. And then not to forget our fabulous marketing team in the Abbey agency, who helped us really, you know, get us to where we are today. So thank you all, and thank you for nominating us again as a winner for this category. And thank you.
By the way, Kunal mentioned that 80% of his staff is female. And I should mention that for the first time in the history of the NCET and EDON Awards, over half of the winners this year are either women or women-owned businesses. So it's, yes. Okay, our next award, the Sierra Miles Group, our medical health services company of the year, was founded in 2015 and is specialized in helping medical organizations comply with complex HIPAA regulations, create secure record-keeping systems, and protect themselves against ransomware and other data losses. Sierra Miles augments or replaces full-time IT staff for its customers by providing network design, network monitoring, and many other services. Ladies and gentlemen, accepting the award is Sierra Miles partners Brandon App and Tim Miles.
Hello, everyone. I'm Brandon here with the Sierra Miles Group.
And Tim Miles. We founded Sierra Miles Group over 5 years ago, combining the 20+ years of medical IT with Brandon's business and sales knowledge and leverage into the company we are today.
We believe that a trusted technology advisor understands your company vision and employs technologies that build safety, flow, and trust.
We would like to thank everybody on our team at Sierra Miles, Julie, True, Isaiah, and Brady. Because without them, we would not be the company we are today. Thank you. We also like to thank those in the medical community that nominated us for the NCT Medical and Health Company Year Award. And we are proud and humbled to be part of this community.
The NCET Medical Health Services Award is not just about technology, but servicing and supporting healthcare organizations in Northern Nevada. Sierra Miles is honored to accept this award and to continue to support Northern Nevada healthcare organizations to remain compliant and use technology to streamline business.
Finally, thank you to Dave Archer with NCET and coordinating the event during this pandemic. And thank you all again and have a good day.
NCET's Software Company of the Year is RFX Cell Corporation, which helps manage company supply chains to protect products and brand reputations with the most tenured track/trace software in the life sciences market. Food and beverage, government, and packaged good firms also trust RFXL's end-to-end supply chain solutions for traceability, real-time monitoring, regulatory compliance, and serialization. Ladies and gentlemen, accepting the award is RFXL's co-founder and CEO, Glenn Abood.
Thank you, Dave. Thank you to the entire NCET organization for recognizing us for this prestigious award. So we really appreciate it. And lastly, thank you to the audience for coming out in these COVID times. I really didn't expect this many people, so this is fantastic. So good stuff. So I founded RFXL about 18 years ago. It's a software as a service company. We're focused on helping pharmaceutical companies, food and beverage companies trace their products as they move in the supply chain. The idea being to try to prevent counterfeits from getting into the supply chain in the case of pharmaceutical companies, helping to improve quality in the case of food companies. And so we've been at it for a while, and as a result, we've won some interesting customers. So we have customers that range from Walgreens to AbbVie to Unilever, VF Brands, et cetera. So we're very excited about the number of customers that we've been able to convince to use our technology, and we really appreciate the business that they have given us. We moved the company, the headquarters of the company to Reno about 2 years ago. So I founded the company 18 years ago in the Bay Area, and we decided that it was getting really hard to recruit people in the Bay Area. It was getting very difficult to convince people that they should join the company when, frankly, the wages that we were paying, which are top of the line, weren't enough for them to afford a house in the Bay Area. And I think some of you in this room probably know that story. So after kind of dealing with that for a while, we decided we need to find a place that's not too far away, but that can offer our employees a better quality of life. And we found it. Reno has been fantastic. The people, the culture, the great outdoors, there isn't a better place that I can think of. So we're really excited to be here in the Bay Area. it's interesting because I'll watch the news and they'll talk about the spaghetti bowl, and I didn't even know what that was till I got here. And they'll say, oh, the traffic is really, really rough in the spaghetti bowl. Well, I can tell you, compared to the Bay Area, the spaghetti bowl is nothing. So congrats to Reno for that. So real quick, thanks to EDAWN for helping recruit us. They did a great job of bringing us to Reno and helping connect us up. Thank you to Ken Stark of Stark Realty for helping us to find a headquarters home. We appreciate that. And thank you to Holland and Hart for sponsoring us for this event, as well as Justin Sherman, who happens to be the son of one of our employees, Mike Sherman, there as head of finance. He is a former rising star for NCET, and we're happy that we got his support as well. So thanks again.
NCET's Technology Nonprofit of the Year is the Society of Women Engineers Sierra Nevada section, which represents Northern Nevada and Lake Tahoe area. Open to men, women, non-engineers, and engineers alike, they promote engineering awareness and advancement of math and science fields locally, and they are dedicated to creating a diverse workforce of new engineers. And as an engineer, I think that's pretty cool. So ladies and gentlemen, accepting the award is Chapter Vice President, Dr. Dee Freewert.
Okay, I have to make an adjustment here, my height. On behalf of the Society of Women Engineers, Sierra Nevada section, I'd like to thank Nevada Center for Entrepreneurship and Technology for selecting SWE as the recipient of the Technology Nonprofit of the Year Award. I am Dr. Dee Freewert, the Section Vice President. For more than 6 decades, SWE has given women a place and a strong voice within the engineering industry. Our local members, our 40-member local organization includes technical and non-technical professional women and men. We are leaders, engineers, scientists, technologists, and educators. Prior to the pandemic, SWE has been actively working across Northern Nevada to bring immersive STEM programs to youth. And each year we reach over 700 students by encouraging them to innovate and apply technology. Our outreach is magnified by longstanding partnerships we've held with First Nevada, Boys and Girls Club, Math Counts, Experimental Aircraft Association, and Sierra Nevada Journeys. SWE has sponsored and mentored our local Lemelson MIT Invent team at Reed High, the Solar Rollers at AACT, and several FIRST robotics teams as they prepared for local and national competitions. SWE also collaborates with the American Society of Mechanical Engineers and the Society for the Advancement of Material and Process Engineering on field lectures and leadership workshops. And each spring, including this year, we recognize dozens of women who excel in high school, in college, and in their professional careers. At every level, SWE applauds each woman's accomplishments and distinguishes her skills and qualities. We believe that if we inspire a student to ask a question, connect a graduate to her dream job, and develop a woman to lead, we've made an impact in this world. I would like to thank John Edmundo for his nomination of the SWE organization and our amazing members for doing all the hard work, and especially to NCET for gracing us with this award. Thank you.
Alchemy is our tech startup of the year, and they're in the business of transformation. They're technologists who work diligently to help higher education institutions establish best practices through technology, and Alchemy is ultimately in business to help their customers transform the lives of students towards their full potential. Accepting the award is Alchemy's co-founder and president, Bill Wilson. Although I suspect it's not really Bill Wilson.
Okay, well, I'm not Bill Wilson. My name is Heather Cola. I'm the Vice President of People for Alchemy, and I'm thrilled beyond belief to be able to accept on behalf of who we call all of our alchemists for this award as Tech Startup of the Year. As the word is defined in its simplest form, alchemy means taking something ordinary and turning it into something extraordinary. This is the mission we use as a professional services technology organization, bringing new perspectives, collaboration approaches to our customers as we implement Workday's deployment enterprise solution within the higher education market. We're thankful for our decision to incorporate and grow Alchemy in Western Nevada. It's been met with such amazing support and amazing partners. So a sincere thank you to the people and organizations that have helped Alchemy develop and thrive in a rich, diversified economy with a ripe and flourishing talent market. We appreciate our partnerships with EDON, NCET, University of Nevada, Reno, and many other individuals and organizations throughout the Western Nevada region. You are all truly committed to the region, its prosperity, and we're profoundly grateful as a small early stage company to be part of that. A huge thank you to our employees. Alchemy was founded on a set of core values that drive who we are as individuals and how we engage in business every day. If this year, this unprecedented year has taught us anything, is that we truly live our core values. Collectively as genuine, tenacious, entrepreneurial individuals, we can do anything. As we like to say, we're the scrappiest little startup in the biggest little city in the world. So a huge thank you to NCET for this award.
NCET's Creative Services Organization of the Year is MRD, a creative agency. They're a full-service brand building agency whose mission is to make building a brand from scratch accessible, approachable, and enjoyable for small business owners everywhere. Their team communicates clearly, works quickly, and breaks down the complicated nuances of marketing into easy-to-implement, research-based steps for the diverse portfolio of clients. Accepting the award is MRD's, now wait for this one, art director, concept developer, designer, and boss lady, Maren Rush.
Thank you. Thanks, Dave. I want to first thank to Dave and NCET. This is pretty awesome. And thank you to Abby. Actually, she nominated us, which I think is amazing. She's been a huge fan and supporter of us since day one. Thank you to my husband, Josh, who is sitting over there somewhere, for the continued support and adapting to life and its challenges of owning and running an agency. That's been interesting. We have 2 very small children at home as well. So this year has been quite fun. So it started off really exciting in the beginning of the year with a couple Addy wins and this, and then the year got very interesting, as we all know, with 2 kids at home doing social distance learning, and I'm very thankful for today. What a positive thing to be able to come to get rid of all the other interesting things that have been happening this year. So thank you for having this event. I feel very blessed to be in this growing community that has truly embraced women-owned businesses. I've actually been in the industry for 20 years, decided to open this agency about 4 years ago, and really proud to actually be part of that women community of women-owned businesses in Reno. It's pretty cool to have watched that happen over the years. When I started 20 years ago, it was very, male driven. So pretty cool to see, Abby and her agency. We're trying to start ours here, which is great. I couldn't have created this very small, passionate agency without our supporters. I have to say, Evelyn from the Reno Phil, she's been our biggest supporter. She's one of my biggest cheerleaders. Thank you so much for always being there for us. This year's been tough, and I know that we're very lucky to still be standing here, and I'm grateful for that. Very grateful. I just ask that all of us, support and cheer each other on through these hard times and support us wherever we can, because it's needed right now for sure. Thank you.
NCT's Professional Services Organization of the Year is CLA. They understand entrepreneurs' drive to scale bigger, faster, smarter products, services, and teams. CLA has a passion to create opportunities for their clients, team, and communities through seamless and industry-focused wealth advisory, outsourcing, audit, tax, and consulting services. Ladies and gentlemen, before I introduce him, there's a bit of trivia about Mike. Before I was hired for this job, they had opened it up once before and I had applied, and he decided not to hire me. So having said that, ladies and gentlemen, Mike Bosma.
Thank you, Dave. Again, my name is Mike Bosma. I'm the principal in charge of Clifton Larson Allen, CLA. And I have said publicly on my radio, 10 o'clock Saturday, News Talk 780 KOH, that it was the biggest blunder of my professional career. But now you've all shared in that trivia factoid. Actually, what it did is it gave Dave a little bit of time to hone his skills, take up his game, and he's done a fantastic job ever since. So I do appreciate NCET. Yeah, I was involved in NCET. Who is calling? Oh, Shannon, not now. Okay, inside joke. One of the things about that I love about entrepreneurship is that there's many different ways to make your way. When a number of years ago, I had Bosma Group. I was an NCET Best Business Award winning here and very honoring. And then I was merging my CPA firm into a firm called Gala, about a $50 million firm. And I thought it was going to create a lot of synergies. And then Galena got merged into CLA. And instead of being a $50 million firm, all of a sudden I became a $1 billion firm. And I told my boss, Larry Taylor, I said, it was a great bait and switch. And the thing about that though, CLA, Galena is a good firm. CLA is a great firm, and it brought a whole lot of resources to me. And I believe this economy, they're very sophisticated, that really help business owners. And if you know me, that's what I'm about. I'm all about helping business owners. And so that just gave me a whole bunch of resources to be able to do that. And I really kind of excited now as I merged into CLA, pretty much made every mistake there is to make. We had a very difficult local office integration. We were able to overcome that. I appreciate a lot of thanks, a lot of kudos to the team that kind of helped us forge one local office. But then now kind of in this stage of my career, I'm like, well, gosh, why can't I take all of these things that we've done to help these businesses or all these things I've learned in this integration and help others, and let's go ahead and help other businesses sell and kind of monetize their business. So looking forward to those next, because after all, we are the product of our life experiences, right, as entrepreneurs, and then we get to choose our way. And so I'm looking forward to doing a little bit more of the M&A or mergers and acquisition work. I do appreciate CLA's support of Bosma on Business, and some thank yous. Really our clients that make us who we are, our team. We really did cobble together the most amazing team of professionals at CLA, very proud of them. Of course, my wife, my real wife, Jill, who I love and supported me through the darkest times and the best of times. And then my work wife, Shannon, who told me to sit down, shut up, and sit on my hands.
and I took her heedance because it was smart. My EO Forum, I'm incoming president of Entrepreneurs Organization, and with a lot of women owners. I think the Reno chapter of EO has the second highest concentration of women-owned businesses. We're very proud of that. So, and I believe, I will tell you, vote for Doug, he'll tell you, EO is a great resource for business owners to be able to kind of help process your world, and very excited about that. And lastly, my kids, Brian, who's in attendance, very proud of you, son, and my younger son and my two daughters. And then lastly, again, as I mentioned, NCET. What a great thing they and EDON are doing to make this probably the best entrepreneurial ecosystem, I think, on the planet. Thank you.
And so I think many of you recall that this event was scheduled for late March and COVID-19 came along. NCET is supported by a lot of great sponsors, and what's interesting is that every single one of our sponsors stayed with us during the 7 months it took us to reschedule this event. So I really do want to thank all of our sponsors, starting with ASM Global and Reno Tahoe, and I know that Renee is back there. Thank you. And EDON, we have Doug Irwin down in the front. Holland Hart, who is joining us vicariously today. PBS Reno. And our gold sponsor, Blockchain's over here. Our silver sponsors, the Abbey Agency, Ace Studios, AT&T and Blue Peak Technologies, CLA and Digiman, DigiPrint and Prominence Health Plan. The Prominence team is over there, and Sierra Pacific Federal Credit Union. Okay, equally important, obviously, if we put on 36 events a year and support 600 members, it requires a large village. So I want to thank all of our board of directors up there on the screen. A big hand for them. And then a special thanks to the people who are working this event today that are literally making it possible. And they're scattered all over the room, but thank you all very much. And a special shout out to the people who are making the event logistically possible: ASM Global, Digiman, DigiPrint, and the Reno Sparks Convention Center. And I've been producing events in Reno for almost 20 years, and this is easily the most technologically complex event I've ever done, and you've got to experience some of that. With that in mind, I want to give a special shout out to Jerome Pierce, the gentleman back there in the corner. Jerome is the Convention Center's AV manager, and he worked out the technology to make this happen. I don't know if you can see it, but there are literally 5 laptops, an audio board, a video switcher, all of which is necessary to make this thing happen. So let's a big hand for Jerome. And speaking of the convention, a big hand for all the Convention Center people who are helping us today. And just a reminder to wear your masks and social distance. And we've been talking about the technology companies. We're going to move to the technology people, but first I want to talk about some upcoming NCET events. NCET's next BizBite is an online event. It's next Wednesday on October 28th. You can join Paige Galeotto and Nicole Rose Dion as they share their experiences about how to stay connected with clients and coworkers and how to work efficiently, effectively, and peacefully when you can't meet in person. If you like TED Talks, you'll love NCET's monthly virtual Biz Cafe. And join us on November 4th as Bill Bryan shares why the guided storytelling interview is the only interviewing technique you'll need. Each month, Tech Wednesdays provide a backstage pass to a local company or organization that makes or uses interesting technology. On November 11th, we'll take a virtual tour of Switch's amazing data center in the Tahoe Reno Industrial Center. If you haven't been out there for a tour, to be honest, I think the virtual tour is going to be easier and better because there's a lot of security out there and a lot of walking around. So this should be an excellent event. If you can do it, join us on November 11th, and that's a free event. And then our most colorful event is the 5th annual digital marketing panel on Wednesday, November 28th. And Abby Whitaker and Jared LaPiccolo and some of their team will be prepped and ready to discuss the ins and outs of digital marketing while providing relevant and actionable advice. And this is the big news. Under the governor's new rules, we will be able to hold the expo. We have booked the convention center for April 2nd. At this point, it's likely that we'll be in 2 different rooms at the convention center in order to meet the attendance caps. We're hoping that changes between now and April, but April 2nd will be the expo. And now I plug, we have over 600 members, and if you're not one of them and want to become one, you can join today. Memberships start at $100 and associate memberships start at $50. And in order to do touchless transactions, please go online at joinncet.org and you can sign up. And now we move to the top technologists and tech advocates. The Technologist Year, this is a big award, and it goes to Eric Rasmussen, Prominent Health Plan's Vice President of Information Technology. Since 2017, Eric has led a dynamic team dedicated to delivering innovative technology solutions, enabling Prominent Health Plan members to access the highest quality of care available. And his vivacious personality makes him one of the most fun IT people around. Ladies and gentlemen, Eric Rasmussen.
Oh my gosh, now I have a lot to live up to. Wow, thank you for that. First of all, what a great honor. Thank you, NCET and Dave and the rest of you. What a great honor to be here being recognized amongst all the other technologists and technology companies here in Reno. Basically, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for our leadership at Prominence, who is so open to leveraging new technology, looking at new things, to help improve our membership experience. But I really wouldn't be here if it wasn't for our IT department. Small but mighty. We have a member of our team down here, Lori. But yeah, so I just want to thank them for all of their efforts, and thank NCET. What a great event. Remember Prominence, it is open enrollment, so if you're looking for a Medicare Advantage plan, come on over. Thank you.
Our next category is Educator of the Year, and we have a tie in this category as well. The first Educator of the Year award goes to Erin Carey, an advocate for computer science apprenticeships that lead students into good-paying jobs. Erin managed the development of 2 blockchain courses taught to 4th-year dually enrolled computer science students in 4 pilot high schools across Nevada, which started this fall. Ladies and gentlemen, joining us via Zoom is Erin Carey.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much, NCET, for this award. Thank you very much to those who nominated me. Your acknowledgement is deeply appreciated. Firstly, I want to thank Jeff Burns for giving me this opportunity of managing the development of blockchain's education initiative. Thanks to Jeff, Nevadans have the chance to take introductory blockchain courses through NCET. Managing the development of 2 blockchain courses over 18 months was challenging, but it wouldn't have been possible without the fantastic amount of community support behind it. Special thanks out to OSIT, Owen, GoEd, NCHE, Dr. Yuan Kim at UNLV, UNR, Dave Risky at Western Nevada College, TMCC, NDEs, and then Fran Bromley Norwood at CCSC, Amy Lombardi at WCSC, Damani Ranch High, Oasis Academy, Cheyenne High, Spring Valley High, and CTE. Steve Andriano at Nevada Technology Academy, Nevada Industry Excellence, Sierra Nevada Journeys, Eddie Adlisser at Tri Strategies, Nate Jones at Sagebrush Consulting, and blockchain instructional designer Brian Eldridge. The team at Blockchains, Stephanie Shiriani, Matt DeGesti, Sina Lloyd, Jamie Woodmansey, Sarah Johns, Matt Brill, Rebecca Devine. Thank you for your contributions and your guidance. Thank you to my husband for supporting me through this process while managing a 3-year-old in quarantine. You're a great dad. I want to dedicate this award to Nevada computer science and cybersecurity educators who mentor our future tech leaders. Thank you for your dedication and thank you for being you. Thanks again to NCET, and I am truly honored to have tied this award with Angela Orr. Thanks, everybody.
Okay, our second Educator of the Year award is presented to Angela Orr, who's the principal of the Doral Academy. Angela is committed to ensuring that all students have robust learning opportunities to become engaged citizens with meaningful careers. Doral Academy's STEAM focus fosters student engagement with arts-integrated engineering and design, and students learn that the right tool for the job may be a robot, but it may just as well be a paintbrush. Ladies and gentlemen, joining us via Zoom is Angela Orr.
Hello, everyone. Thank you. On behalf of my phenomenal school, Doral Academy of Northern Nevada, and our exceptional staff, I thank you so much for this award. I am proud to lead our 900 students and 60 staff in the only arts-integrated public school in Northern Nevada. We believe that all students deserve an education that prepares them for the future by both delving deeply into the basics and strategically and meaningfully developing knowledge, skills, and values in the arts and sciences to prepare them for a future in which they can initiate and sustain positive change. For us, technology is not simply utilitarian. We do not implement the newest technology just to complete the same types of work and learning of the past. We use the right tools for the right job, and we often utilize technology to deepen collaborations and explorations. For us, the technology of a paintbrush really can be as effective as that of a 3D printer. Doral students practice the application of technologies in many ways so that their critical thinking leads to insights and solutions. Through the budget crises, of which there have been many, our school did not cut STEM. We doubled down on it. Our elementary students engage in problem-based learning, and our middle school students explore coding and robotics, flight and space, DNA and crime scene analysis. Our school is one where hands-on, imaginative, collaborative problem-solving focused on real-world challenges is the norm. We know our students will be prepared for the economy that you all are helping our community be ready for, and they will also be prepared for the problems of the future. We know that they will be engaged and informed citizens who give back to their communities with the skills that they've got to practice here at Doral Academy. Thank you so much for this award, and thank you for all of the work you do for our community.
NCT's Technology Advocate of the Year for Creative Services is Caroline Sexton, Director of Digital Experiences at the Abbey Agency. Caroline has been many places and held many titles: Student of International Business and Marketing, Barista, Bartender, Bar Manager, Amateur Developer, Content Strategist, Digital Producer, and now this experiential directorship thing. In any case, she's someone with a whole lot of energy and digital expertise to share. Ladies and gentlemen, Caroline Sexton.
Hi, everybody. Thanks so much for the award and for having me here today. I think, honestly, I was looking forward to COVID not having to have this speech, but we're here today. And yeah, I just want to say thank you. I think that, honestly, I wouldn't be up here accepting an award as a tech advocate if it wasn't for Abby and Ty Whitaker, who are always advocating for me. So I want to say thank you to them for helping me with my growth, always trusting in me and allowing me to grow the team that we have at the Abbey Agency. And also want to say thanks to my team at the Abbey Agency. I'll let you know, and if any of you have been to these award ceremonies in the past, this is a much quieter one without us here, but they are definitely at home being noisy on our Slack channel. So thanks to all of them. We together get to make super awesome products in the digital sphere in terms of websites and everything for local businesses like you and for people across the country. So yeah, thank you NCET and EDON for all you do for the community, and thanks for the award.
NCET's Technology Advocate of the Year for Professional Services is Grace Chow, Director of UNR's Innovation Center. Grace has been a champion for growing Nevada's technology-driven economy. She leads the overall advancement of the Innovation Center, which serves as a hub in Northern Nevada's innovation and entrepreneurial ecosystem. She's a mentor and the co-director for the technology startup accelerator Educator, hosted by the Innovation Center. Ladies and gentlemen, Grace Chow.
Thank you, Dave. Thank you. I want to thank NCET for this award. And I also wanted to acknowledge, well, first of all, it's wonderful. Reno is very fortunate to have a group of dedicated professionals and organizations that are dedicated to growing our technology-driven economy. And I don't know, some of you might know that the University of Nevada, Reno received the Carnegie R1 designation in 2018. The R1 designation is really, designation is given to a world-class university with world-class research. So having a university being our innovation engine here in this ecosystem and the community support, I'm confident that our tech economy is going to continue to grow by leaps and bounds into the next decade. I also want to acknowledge the Nevada Tech Academy, Nevada Industry Excellence, and the Governor's Office for Economic Development for their commitment in creating programs to grow our technology workforce. So again, thank you NCET for this award, and thank you to all of our ecosystem partners, including EDON.
Our next group of awards are the Rising Star Awards, and these are presented to people under 30 who have already accomplished so much. Our first award, Rising Star of the Year for Creative Services, is presented to Peter Stanton. Peter's mission is to inspire generosity. He serves as Vice President of Development for PBS Reno, where he leads fundraising efforts for the station. He has led efforts to transform on-air fundraising, driving rating and revenue increases, and secured the largest individual gift in station history. Ladies and gentlemen, Peter Stanton.
Thanks, Dave. It's an honor to be here. It's an honor to head up the fundraising team at PBS Reno. It's an amazing group of people without whom I certainly would not be here, and I'm honored to be a part of it, much less lead it. I want to thank my wife, Allison. Allison, a lot of long days, a lot of long nights, and you are the joy of my life, and you make all of that hard work worth it, gotta say. I also want to thank our CEO, Kurt, for giving me the opportunity to take on a lot more responsibility than people my age usually get to. I don't think he knew how old I was when he hired me, and that was a big part of it. So thank you, Kurt. You know, I work in philanthropy because I believe from the bottom of my heart that if we're all a little more generous, we can accomplish amazing things as a community. So I invite you guys today to push a little further than you feel comfortable with in terms of what you give, whether that's opportunities to people as a business leader or as a caregiver to a loved one, or tutoring a cousin, or volunteering with an organization. Every day I see people being generous in a way that's truly humbling, and I invite you to try that and to have the faith that if we all give a little bit more, we'll all be richer for it. So that's a lesson I get to learn every day, and I hope that you will join me on that path of learning. Thank you, guys.
NCT's Rising Star of the Year for Professional Services is Erin Styler, Client Success Manager at Noble Studios. Erin is enthusiastic about marketing and community development and combines her passion for building relationships and connecting with people to advocate for Noble Studios clients, ensuring they receive strategic and efficient digital marketing solutions. Her clients include Travel Nevada, the islands of Tahiti, and Yosemite. Ladies and gentlemen, Erin Styler.
Woo! It's true. I get to work with some pretty sexy clients. Makes up for all the late nights. Woo! This is exciting to be here in person with real people. Great to see you all. Thank you so much, NCET. It's a huge honor. Quick shout out, Caroline, who was just two before me, is one of my best girlfriends in the world. I'm so proud of her. And Mark Esty used to employ both of us. So it just shows how small the Reno community really is. Thanks, Mark. So as a young woman starting out in marketing, I must say I was actually very intimidated. For those of you who know, there's quite a few big movers and shakers in our industry. And they leave big shoes to fill for those of us who are entering into the marketing sphere. I remember secretly thinking my first week at Noble Studios, really? Another acronym? How many acronyms do these people use? As well as things like, these people are really smart. I don't know, they might be a little bit out of my league here. Thankfully, that wasn't the case. I'm really grateful to work for an employer like Noble, who has created the space for me to learn and grow professionally and personally over the course of the last few years. And also incredibly thankful for organizations like NCET, who provide the awesome space and events like this for learning and connection, especially in this industry. I'd be remiss to not also thank my sweet husband, Bobby, who is also in the same industry as the rest of us, which is fun. He's been a great support to me over the years, and then as well as lots of great friends and family who have always cheered me on and had my back. I think we can all recognize with just the way the last year has gone that community is so important and so vital to all of us. We're really lucky here in Reno to have such an awesome community of people who are really supportive and connected and passionate. So thank you so much for letting me be a small part of that community, and thanks for this award.
NCT's Rising Star of the Year for Technical Services is Iris Automation's Cheryl Contreras. As Director of Flight Operations, I think that is so cool. Cheryl is a pioneer in the UAS industry where she leads flight missions on a daily basis, both out of the Reno office and across the United States. She's been involved in aviation since a young age and has demonstrated leadership, work ethic, and professional judgment in a traditionally male-dominated field. Ladies and gentlemen, Cheryl Contreras.
I want to thank everybody for being here today and from watching at home. It makes accepting this award so much more special considering everything that's going on in the world. After graduating from UNR, I made the choice to shift my career to aviation. Although challenging at times, it has truly been one of the most rewarding journeys of my life. That's what makes accepting this award so much more special. It really solidifies that decision that I made and also adds to the passion that I have for the aviation industry. I want to thank the whole team at Iris Automation for providing a workplace that really inspires me to do more every day. I want to thank our VP of Flight Operations, who's here today, for believing in my skill set and for building me up to be here with all of you. And lastly, I want to thank my flight team for being an amazing set of pilots who truly do the best work daily in and out, and it makes my job a little more easier. So thank you, and thank you to NCET for the award.
And we have a tech star we want to recognize, Techstars are very special frontline employees, contractors, or team members who work in or with the technology industry, and who have made a remarkable contribution and played an invaluable role in fulfilling an organization's mission in the last year. This year's Techstar is Tucker Monticelli of Design on Edge. Tucker, please stand and be recognized. Okay, new for 2020, we're recognizing four outstanding technology companies, and one of them today will be named NCET's Technology Company of the Year. Our first nominee is Elemental LED. There they are. An engineering and technology company that manufactures an extensive portfolio of high-performance LED lighting products for hospitality, retail, commercial, and residential applications. As America's largest manufacturer of low-voltage linear LED lighting solutions, they support in-house research and development of innovative patented technologies that deliver industry-leading performance supported by a best-in-class customer service department. Big hand for Elemental LED. Group Gets is joining us remotely, and they're a crowd purchasing platform and e-commerce site for technology products. The platform democratizes access to high minimum order quantity goods and eases production funding friction for businesses via its zero-risk reorder process. Group Gets manufactures in Reno and ships to acclaimed companies and research institutions worldwide. Iris Automation is a drone technology and safety avionics company building a computer vision-based detect and avoid system that gives drones situational awareness of flight environments as if a pilot were on board. By enabling unmanned aircraft systems to fly beyond visual line of sight, Iris is making commercial drone operations a reality. Our fourth nominee is Pack States, to whom we were introduced earlier today. Okay, I hold in my hand the envelope containing the name of the winner. This envelope has been hermetically sealed and kept in a #2 mayonnaise jar on Funkin' Wagnall's front porch since noon yesterday. Now, how many of you recognize what that is? Hey, thank you. It's essentially a joke for an older crowd. So, the Technology Company of the Year is Elemental LED. And accepting the award is JB Lowe, Travis Irons, and Drew Lassen.
So, I mean, really top honor goes to NCET for being able to pull off an event like this, despite the entire world telling you no. So congratulations to you, Dave and Jock and the rest of the NCET team. But this is a tremendous honor. This has been basically our goal. We want to be the best, you know, not only in Reno, but in our industry. But to be recognized in Reno is very special because you guys are such a close-knit team. And we moved here, we relocated back in 2017. And you know, our CEO, Randy Holliskow, has just been our strong leader, inspiring each of us to give our very best and to make it here and have all of you encouraging us as equally as our strong leadership team is really a warm and welcoming feeling. And you know, we've always been hearing Reno is a small community, but yet I keep on meeting new influential people, and you guys aren't as small as you think you are. So you know, once again, this is a great honor, and thank you so much. And we want to continue to excel with all of you as you all excel continually for the rest of your days. So thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah, I just want to reiterate, great honor to be recognized here. I'm the director of engineering, or VP of engineering for the company, and I've lived in Reno a long time, worked at a few different companies, and there's a lot of tough competition in the technology field, getting tougher and tougher. So a great honor to get this award. Thank you very much.
And now we're going to shift gears, and I'd like to introduce a man who's made a tremendous contribution to Northern Nevada's entrepreneurial and business community, Doug Irwin. Doug is Senior VP of Entrepreneurial Development at EDON, and I'm going to scoot out of his way, and it's all yours.
Good afternoon, everybody. How's it going? Yeah, thanks. It is really good to be stayed up here. I don't know. COVID's kind of hard on extroverts. I kind of thrive on being out in the world, and so being locked up has been a little bit of a challenge. But I'm just so honored to be here tonight representing EDON and supporting all the amazing entrepreneurial support organizations and people that really make this entrepreneurial community sing. EDON is an active part of this event. This is the 13th annual, although I haven't been part of all of those, but just really happy to be here and honor those folks. First, I'd like to start by thanking my EDON team. Brian and Katie worked tirelessly behind the scenes to make all these different things happen, whether it's the seed fund or our attraction effort or all of our founder dinners. Everybody really comes together to make this happen. The other person who never really likes to be in the limelight is Mike. For those of you that don't know, Mike really, in the beginning of his tenure at EDON, made sure that entrepreneurship was one of the key pillars. And if you look at other economic development organizations around the country, that's not true. And we get equal bidding. So it's really been Mike's leadership and vision to pave the way for our entrepreneurial program to be successful. So I just really wanted to give a shout out to Mike and say thank you for all the support over the years. Also, one of the things that's been really touching tonight is hearing all of the different people you're thanking. And I just wanted to say, entrepreneurship, it takes a village, and I wanted to recognize all the people in the community that support entrepreneurs. I circled spouses, so it was just great to hear that. The mentors, the advisors, the coaches, and the friends that encourage entrepreneurs, take the phone call when they're struggling. All of that really matters. So just thank you to all of you that help support the entrepreneurs through their journey. Let's see. Oh, I have a clicker, I guess. Do I have a clicker? All right. Okay, there we go. So one of the things, anybody that knows me knows that core values are critical to me. And these are the values that really drive our team, and they're at the heart of our events. And really the one that's most important if you remember any of these, it's to put entrepreneurs first. At our organization, we do the right thing for the entrepreneur no matter what. And that would, if you walk away with anything else, I think that's the message that I would send, is just make sure that you put the entrepreneur before all other needs. For us, raising the bar, trying to improve the community, making an impact, and then being stewards of the culture we're trying to create. And of course, putting service in front of our own needs. So that's really what drives us. But enough about us. Let's talk about all the awesome winners. All right, let's go. Click. Well, there we go. Okay, good. It's in the right order too. First, Britton Griffith for Startup Advocate of the Year. Startup Champion of the Year. Britton is the Vice President of Reno Engineering, a development services company celebrating 23 years in Reno. But what's really great about Britton is, she's always been doing the right thing for entrepreneurs. In the early days, when you're trying to talk to landlords about how to work with startups, and startups are really worried about signing 5-year leases, she really went out of her way to say, look, we can create flexible space and just doing the right thing for the entrepreneur. So great job, Britton. Thank you.
Okay, hi guys. Woo! Okay, so I'm not gonna lie to you guys, it's really exciting to win something in 2020, so thank you for this. And I was reminded at the beginning of tonight, and I think my statute of limitations is up, so I'm gonna tell a story that goes not on what I planned, but a long time ago in a galaxy not so far away, we were trying to convince the world that the biggest little city was home for startups. So we came up with this concept called Startup Row, which was a total figment of our imagination. And we were trying to tell people how to find it. So we came up with a little birdie, who was me, who told people to just go into the night and to put flags along First Street because we had most of the properties on First Street and we would allow it. We did Somehow the city of Reno convinced themselves they put them up. We then started to convince that just that block that they were part of something beautiful and cool and new and something that was important. And we changed one block, which eventually changed the biggest little city. So with that, I think we're safe now to tell that story. But anyways, that's where it is. Just go for it. If you want to start something, just start. So 2020, right? Yikes. i.e. the apocalypse. Okay, so this has shown us that sometimes daily we learn how to start over. We lose everything, we get lost in chaos, we're afraid, we live in the unknown, and then we shake it off and we start again. And how did we do that? We did that as a community, and as humans, we survived this daily circus together. We looked for the helpers, we looked for the supporters, we looked for the believers, and the people that were confident they would protect us from these daily storms and get us soaking wet with us. So we had to start over and over and over again, knowing someone had our back. And isn't that exactly what the startup community is, right? We as startups in this community live in a daily emotional roller coaster of waking up and saying, did I make the right decision? Oh my God, I'm a genius. I'll be in Forbes magazine. 2, I am so smart. I'm gonna be a millionaire. 2, I don't think I can pay rent and eat this week, but maybe. So that's when we were pre-2020. Now we add UFO sightings, murder hornets, Chernobyl leaks, fire tornadoes. Daily startup trials are just simply a very heavy straw on the camel's back. So starting over, surviving, and staying all in part of the game is all becoming something we have to have a team for. So I have never been more inspired than by the people I have the honor to see build businesses, dreams, and visions guided by compassionate commerce, grit, and true battle-born spirit. So thank you to Edon, Mike, Doug, Brian, the entire NCET team, and mostly to Katie Romenko, who is there, hi, and Dave Archer for making this event happen. Everyone, I don't know if you know, but this event's been up, down, all around, and we finally got to come together, which is very special for us extroverts. And then also thanks to everyone that helps me start everything and more importantly, finish when I don't think I can. Kate, Courtney, congratulations, Tucker, too, thank you. And thank you to Brian, who's my most favorite part of 2020 and the apocalypse. And to remind everybody, COVID may suck, but this really doesn't. So thank you all so much for this.
Well said. I like it. Don't ask for permission, ask for forgiveness, right?
Yes, right.
Great, great words to live by. All right. So our next award goes to Julie Arsenal. Let's see here. I got it out of order. That's okay. I love Julie. So I don't even have it here. So Julie is the founder and CEO of Panty Drop. They provide size-inclusive intimates via like a subscription service. One of the things I love about Julie, she's one of the most tenacious and thoughtful entrepreneurs. When for years we're like, hey Julie, when are you going to raise money? She's like, I haven't figured out my business yet. I haven't figured out my business yet. And then when she was ready to go, she hit the accelerator, and now she's off to the races. She's one of our funded by our local seed fund as well as Bay Area money, and it's just great to see her diligently grow her company. Also, she really pays it forward. This is one of the things that I love about her, is that she hosts a gathering, or she did pre-COVID. She helps other entrepreneurs. It's everything that embodies a great startup founder. So I'm really happy to announce Julie as Founder of the Year. Big round of applause.
Yeah, thanks so much, Doug. Thank you so much for the kind words. And obviously it's an honor to be here and to receive this award. Definitely didn't see it coming. So, and it's funny, I think even though Reno sometimes feels like a small town, 2 minutes is not nearly enough to cite all of the people. The 2 minutes is just not enough. There's so many people that helped us, supported us, and fought in the trenches with us on our journey. So it's impossible to kind of name them all in this short time. But I just want to reiterate how exciting it's been to be part of Reno. When I moved here 4 years ago now, actually 4.5 years ago, it felt like we could potentially count the number of startup founders on one hand. And that obviously wasn't true, but it kind of felt like that sometimes. And then it was really exciting to be putting together, our casual, informal founder happy hours last fall, and to see that, we were starting to fill up the bar. And so that's something that, it's just been so exciting to see the community progress, to see the companies progress along with it, and the ecosystem really advance. So super excited to be part of this. I think we should restart the founder happy hours, even if we're not meeting in person. We can do it remotely and figure that out. So if you're not already on the list, if you weren't joining us in the fall, feel free to email me and I will get you on the list and we'll get something going. It's julie@pantydrop.me.
Awesome. Love it. Thanks, Julie. I do miss founder drinks, founder dinners, all that. We've got to get that started. So thanks for leading the way, Dave. This is, honestly, this definitely took a lot of courage. And, I kind of look at courage as like big-heartedness too. So it's awesome that you were able to bring this together in the age of COVID. All right, on to the next award. Rick Winfield for Venture Catalyst of the Year. Rick is a great friend of mine, so I'm just really honored that he got this award. I didn't know this. He's a descendant of a Chinese businessman and Caribbean pirates. Who knew? Rick's passion for adventures and ventures began at a young age, and he's got an amazing career, successful exit. What's great about Rick, he's just one of those easy, approachable venture guys, which those don't usually exist, and just is really helpful. He's committed, teaches at Sierra Nevada College, and just a great supporter for the entrepreneurial community. So congratulations, Rick. Thank you.
Thanks, Doug. Thank you so much, everyone. It's great to see everyone here. I want to thank my wife who's watching on YouTube. I want to thank my son Quincy and my son Louie for interrupting every single Zoom meeting I've had in the last 9 months and keeping it real for me. As a venture catalyst, I feel like this is kind of strange for me because I feel like if I'm in the spotlight, I'm probably doing something wrong, actually, because I'm here for that entrepreneur first thing. So what I really want to thank is my portfolio companies, the CEOs locally. That's Julie, who we just saw, Adam and Matt at Talage, Drew at Opportune Online Marketing, Clint, Corey, Kyle, and Jason at Snapdesk, Aaron at Blockwatch, Mark and Don over at Plus Plus, the team at the Reno Seed Fund for giving me an outlet to sort of do this. I want to thank the team at EDON, Doug and Brian, Katie, Shiloh before Katie, for giving me a vehicle by which to help this and to be in the background and kind of help here. And what I really want to thank is, I was kind of looking at this, I was asked recently, I've spoken to over 100 startups in the Reno area, and I've only invested personally or through the Reno Seed Fund in a handful of those. And I've been investing for 17 years now. I think I'm approaching about 2,000 startups that have at least shared a pitch deck with me. And I just want to thank each and every one of those founders for sharing their passion and their dream. I'm sorry it didn't work out for the vast majority of you, but that's the way it goes. Many of those companies have gone on and been very successful. And some of them, I really want to thank also the ones that haven't gone on and been very successful, because I think a healthy startup ecosystem, the odds are against you, actually. And so when you don't see companies, I hate to use the term failure because failure is really the wrong term there. Many of them have done great things. It just hasn't gotten to where they hoped to. So I want to thank each and every one of them. Crazy times right now, but in great adversity comes great opportunity. Come find us. This is a great community. We're here to help you. Thanks very much.
Gotta love it, Rick. There's no such thing as failure. You either get the outcome you want or you get an important lesson. And I think that's really critical to recognize in entrepreneurship. Hopefully you fall forward and you move to the next thing. Not all the companies I've started have been all that successful. So it's been, I've gotten to fail forward into really interesting new things. So I appreciate you bringing that up. We might have to bring FailCon back, although we may need to rename it. Okay, next award. So for Mentor of the Year, Liz Goodgold. And this is kind of an interesting one for me because actually I don't think I've ever met Liz, or we don't know each other very well, which is kind of odd in this community. But I also think what it says is that the community is growing. And when we reached out to the entrepreneurial community, we said, who is the person that personifies mentorship? And Liz came to the top of the ranks there. And so just really excited to have Liz here. And I want to hear some of these words of wisdom I've been reading about. So welcome, Liz. Congratulations.
Nice. In the days of BC, before COVID, we would come to events like this, and I would say, oh my gosh, how are you doing? And I would even shake your hand, and you would say, oh my gosh, Liz, I'm busy, busy, busy. I'm crazy busy. Well, clearly that's not the case anymore. What I know for sure is that it's crazy, but you're really not that busy. I know that you have been feasting on the Tiger King and NCIS and Friends and The Office. So I know for the first time in your life, you have the time. And I am here to ask for your time and your mind. Those are the two gifts that you give as a mentor. We need you and your brilliance to work with us at Startup NV in this community. I want you, who is that web wonder, who is that head hunter, who is the number cruncher, to say, yes, I can. To join us and say, sí se puede, of course I can. I want you to join us and the 270 other small business owners that are here in Nevada, and let's turn the Silver State into the Golden State of entrepreneurship. I may not today be able to extend my hand, but I am asking you to raise your hand and see who will join me and give me and this community your time and your mind, because nothing is more precious. In that, I say thank you, and I'm honored to be the Mentor of the Year for Startup NV.
I know who I'm calling for my next coaching or my speaking mentor. That was awesome. Thank you. I love the enthusiasm, and I agree. This is, everybody has something to give to the entrepreneurial community, whether it's, just a word of advice, some encouragement, a connection. Those things are easy and they're really valuable. Okay, so last but definitely not least is Ecosystem Catalyst of the Year for Reno Hive Co-working. And, I just wanted to say a couple of notes about this. When I first walked into the Reno Hive, I was like, I am home. This is exactly the kind of co-working space that I want to be at. They had a meditation dome, they had bikes you could cruise around, and just the enthusiasm of like, hey, can we host this kind of circle of men, and can we do this thing? And they always said, yes, we can. So this is, with Tabitha and Fred behind that, driving the ship, it's just an amazing place. So thank you so much for your commitment to the community and for making such a wonderful environment for entrepreneurs.
Thank you, Doug. I would be remiss in not thanking NCET and Dave for putting this on. Also Edon for all of your support. And that goes out to your entire team, Doug. And also my business partner, Fred, my partner in crime. Wouldn't be able to do all this without him. But I want to say what's important about a co-working space, because there's lots of office space in Reno. And it's because everybody that is in here that has started a company, you know how much it costs to start up a company. You have to try to find a space where you can work out of. And old school, you were typically going in and talking to a realtor who wanted you to sign a 5-year lease and pay $5,000 a month for this space or that space. And then now you have to figure out your network and your coffee and your printing, and you're trying to do all these other things while you're trying to start up a company. So, the concept of co-working is about cost sharing. But we find there's a lot of community in our space and a lot of collaboration. There's people that love showing up to work every day, and we have people that do totally different things, but they come in and they support each other. And I think in the future, you'll see some companies that are coming out of Reno Hive, because we are an incubator space also. You'll see companies like Biamp from Italy. We have companies that are from India, Poland, incubating in our space. Companies like Carbon out of San Francisco, McKinstry out of Seattle, Lawson Ventures. We're supporting diversity. We have 3 Black-owned companies, one from Vegas and one from Sacramento that have recently moved into our space, and multiple other companies like McGarren Dynamics, Ignited Results, Booked Out, BioSealed, Collab Inc., and many others. So we love what we do, and we love watching these companies grow. And we look forward to opening up Hive 2.0 next year. So thank you guys.
So I hate being the last thing between here and the bar, but I just wanted to say a couple things. People were talking about, the transformation of Reno, and I've got to say, it's just been nothing short of miraculous what has transpired. I mean, when I started at EDON, we were at the top of the list of highest unemployment, and downtown was just horrible. There was all of these things going on. And in this last year, pre-COVID, we were named the #1 best city of our MSA size. I just saw the most recent data on wage growth. We've been growing 5% year over year in wage growth for the past 5 years, outpacing the national average. And if in our world, I feel like I'm an air traffic controller for California tech entrepreneur refugees. I'm getting 2 or 3 calls a week of people that are either coming here or have already landed here. So I really think that our best days are definitely in front of us. The ecosystem will continue to evolve. There's a ton of new exciting programs. We'll be launching Startup Space, Startup Grind. There's a bunch of new things that are coming out in the next couple months. And just stay strong through COVID, hug an entrepreneur, and have a great rest of the day. Thanks, yeah.
Okay, each year I am so impressed not only by the incredible range of amazing companies that we recognize, but also by the insights and thoughts shared by each of our winners. And thanks again to each of you for the work that you do to help Nevada grow and prosper. I'm sure all of you have been equally inspired, and I hope you're starting to think of who you're going to nominate next year. I'm happy to say we have booked the convention center for October 21st, 2021. Hopefully it'll be a much different environment a year from now, but nominations will open around July of next year. And now a few of my own thanks. Thanks to each of our generous sponsors, to Renee McGinnis from the Convention Center and also an NCT board member, and to all of NCT's board. And thanks to all of our volunteers, Kevin, Andy, Renee, Cinnamon, Jacques Ochiltree, who's at home, probably on the Zoom call still, and Lindsay and Kyle. I really appreciate you guys being here and making all this possible today. And thanks to all the EDON folks, including Mike, Doug, Katie, and everybody at EDON. And most of all, thanks to you. I don't know about you, but this is the very first in-person event that I have been to in 7 months. And I'm glad that all of you showed up, and hopefully you feel comfortable having been here. Hopefully this is a model that will work going forward to do hybrid events so the people who want to stay home can do that and participate from home. People who want to come in person can. And last but not least, I want to thank a very important person, Marie Gibson, my much, much better half. Okay, this concludes the formal presentation. The bars are still open. There's still food out there. For the winners, you are welcome to come up on stage for a group mask-wearing photo if you wish. So thank you again, and we'll see you at another NCT event soon.